So welcome students. Today's topic is cost and revenue concepts. So in cost and revenue concepts, I'll walk us through in three segments: introduction to cost concept, introduction to revenue concept, and relationship between cost and revenue. All right. So to begin with, introduction to cost concept. What is cost concept? What is cost? Okay. So cost is nothing but the expenditure incurred by a firm in production of goods or services. So it is nothing but the total expenditure incurred by a firm in production of goods or services. Now, talking about the types of cost. So we have, three types of cost. One fixed cost, another one is variable cost, and third one is nothing but the total cost. So what is fixed cost? So fixed cost always remain constant regardless of output. Even though a company producing 5 units or 500 units, the fixed cost will be always remain constant. Talking about rent, right? So if a firm is paying 10,000 rent for a particular premises, even though they are producing 5 output or 100 output, the rent would be the same. Similarly, the salary, right? So if the company, having the 5 employee and paying near about 1 lakh per month, right? So even though production or maybe the output is 5 unit or 500 unit, salary would be the same. So that kind of expenses or expenditure is known as fixed cost. All right. Talking about variable cost, change it with the level of the output, right? Talking about the raw material. Suppose they are producing something, and for producing 100 units required 1 lakhs of raw materials. So if we are producing more than 100 units, definitely it will increase the cost, right? So that cost is known as variable cost. Okay, for an example, that is raw material. Now talking about the total cost. Total cost is nothing but the sum total of fixed cost that is always, remains constant regardless of output, and the variable cost. So in short, total cost is equal to fixed cost plus variable cost. In summary, the TC is equal to FC plus VC. All right. Moving to next, that is introduction to revenue concept. What is revenue? Revenue is the total money received from selling goods or services. Okay, so it is the revenue. Revenue is generated by way of selling goods or services. Here also, we can study in three types of revenue. One is total revenue. Total revenue is price into quantity sold, right? So how much quantity is sold into price? It is known as total revenue is equal to price into quantity. TR is equal to P into Q. Talking about the average revenue. Average revenue is revenue per unit sold, right? So average per unit sold, AR is equal to TRQ. Okay, total revenue. Okay, quantity. Now moving to the marginal revenue. Marginal revenue is nothing but the additional revenue from selling one more unit. Okay, so there is a kind of equilibrium position. Post that, if they are selling any more unit, then they will get the additional revenue. So that revenue is known as marginal revenue. So one is total revenue, another one is average revenue, and third one is marginal revenue. All right. Now coming to the point on relationship between cost and revenue. What is the relation between cost and revenue? So profit occurs, or profit will happen only when total revenue is equal to total cost. Okay. Total revenue minus total cost is equal to profit. So always if revenue is greater, then only profit occurs. Okay. Now talking about the break-even point. Break-even point when total revenue is equal to total cost. That means no profit, no loss. Okay. Talking about the total revenue is equal to total cost. Okay. So in this situation, no profit, no loss. That is known as break-even point. All right. And importance, how this cost and revenue concept is important. So it helps firms make pricing and production decision, right? Definitely. To produce some more unit, maybe the variable cost or fixed cost, some total cost and how much revenue they are generating. So based upon that, they are taking the decision on pricing as well as the production. Understand profit maximization by comparing cost and revenue. Definitely. Profit maximization is the objective or goal of every firm or organization. So if you are talking about profit maximization, it will only happen by way of comparing cost and revenue. If cost is high, revenue is less, definitely that is not the case of profit. It will be the case of loss. But if the revenue is higher than the cost, definitely it will be like a profit for the company. So in short, if revenue is greater than cost, then it will be profit, and company is looking for profit maximization. So by way of studying cost and revenue concept, they will understand and take the decision on the basis of this concept. All right. So that's it for today's topic. Okay. Keep practicing, and if you have any question, please visit my Urban Pro profile. All right. Thank you.